Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm joined right now by the one and only Mavosiik, everybody.
Hello there. Hope you're enjoying the event and
Yes, we are. And what we have in front of us is a clash between titans, everybody. A clash between boomers, one would say. We have on one side the one and only Joel, Sid5. I'm a fancy lad. Not necessarily the most active player, but he's shown that he still got it. He still got it in the bag. He knows what to do. He knows how to provide a nice, entertaining match. And I hope this is what we're gonna be seeing. On the other side, we have a myth, a legend of Osu, really. The Polska Górą man. Rafis, everybody. I mean, do I even need to say anything, Mavosiik?
I don't think so. Grandpa of Osu.
It's
father of Osu.
It's the grandfather, the grandpa, the OG Polish man, Rafis. Shout out to him. We're gonna be seeing them face each other in the losers bracket semi-finals, I believe. This is the last matches of this stage before we finally change the map pool. We're gonna be seeing the final map pool soon, very soon. Actually, no, that one got revealed yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so very exciting stuff. We're gonna be seeing two matches taking place right now on the main channel right here, KEL Tournaments. We've got this one match, Fancy versus Rafis, and on the second channel at Flapcheck, available in the Twitch chat, you're gonna be able to see another match, Mahmoud versus
Rafspio, I think.
I think so, huh? We will take a look. Anyway, you can check Flapcheck anytime if you want to know, okay? That's all that matters now. We are seeing the very first pick from Rafis, going off with Nomad 2. Very interesting pick.
Right.
Kind of unusual for Rafis to go for something like this. I mean, obviously we know he's a beast when it comes to DT, but he wants to start off with flow aim, and hey, respect. This is a very easy map, actually, for those players. It's 200 BPM, very accessible BPM, so it's all about the aim, all about maintaining that control, especially on a foreign setup. Some very early misses coming from both of these players right now, but it's okay, they're just getting adjusted. It's the very first pick, it's to be expected, really. Who do you think is gonna take this one?
I mean, so far, you can't really tell. Both players start off fairly same. Both players missed fairly early, but now recovered fairly well. Rafis with a bit of a better egg. And yeah, the egg is keeping the score on his side right now.
Yeah, both not having the best time when it comes to accuracy, but at very least they're holding some combo, especially because when the spaced streams get ultra duper spaced, that's where we could see some very major chain misses. And here we go. Going into it, it's gonna be Joel. Fancy lad breaking it first. Rafis keeping his combo. Well, okay, there I said it, I guess. Sorry, Raffle, if you're watching this stream later. They're both missing.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Both trading back and forth.
Oh no,
Okay,
fixed in
that's
laser,
still
fixed in
again.
laser. Oh my goodness. Fancy with that 89% right now. Not looking too great. Not looking too sharp. Rafis is running away with this with the 96%, and I believe there's no more time left already. It's more than 100k difference, going towards the 150, even 200 perhaps. They both hit that and then miss right afterwards for Fancy, but Rafis is looking very calm, and I believe this will be the very first pick for him.
Yeah, definitely 170k. There's no time, no combo on Fancy lad either. The egg. Yes.
Yeah, that will indeed be the very first point for Rafis, bringing it home. No issues whatsoever on this one. It was his pick, to be fair, so that's something to be expected. We shall see how Fancy responds. Is he gonna go straight for that hidden cutthroat pick? Let's find out.
I mean, he very much good. Rafis picked what he's good at. Now Fancy, good pick what he's good at to start off.
Oh, we're gonna be seeing Nomad 3 actually.
Okay.
So no hidden yet. It's a good map though. Don't look at the star rating, everybody. Don't do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Do me a favor and don't do it.
Yeah, Nova 3, alt slash finger control slash well flow aim map. Definitely not an easy one.
Yeah, it's got a bit of everything really going
Yeah.
for it. It's a very nice song too, so I haven't seen it too often. This getting picked, I don't think, or at the very least not the matches I personally casted, so it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. On paper, of course, given the premises, it's gonna be a fancy favored map, but Rafis, if there's one thing we know about him is he can always show up no matter what pick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can never...
Never count the old man out, okay?
Yeah.
Never make that mistake, because it will be the last mistake you make.
Starting off with some fairly difficult patterns right from the beginning. Rafis missing already. You know, he is holding the egg lead. Fancylet has the combo on his side right now, and yeah, it's a bit too early to say, but Rafis is missing again.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to get used to a map like this, with this level of density, finger control and patterns going on right now. Fancy definitely having the mouse advantage right now with those very weird shapes that will scare any tablet player away. Very nice egg from both of them actually, they're holding pretty much similar egg. Finally a miss from Fancy, but he looks a lot more comfortable. Rafis can't seem to really hold anything at the moment, and oh my goodness! That's a double chain miss from both players, dropping the points ever so slightly. Still, Fancy has a very slight advantage, even though he has a touch less egg at the moment.
I mean, it's 40k difference, which might not seem like much, but on these kind of maps, I don't think that can be enough already.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta see, because as we've been able to see, the chain miss is behind the corner on this one, so it remains to be seen how they can handle the next upcoming parts. And there we go, jumping into it. Space doubles.
Ooh, Fancy let drops. There.
He does, he does.
Rafis. Come back, and he is holding.
Oh, you said it. You really said it this time. Difference is incredibly small to the point where it could switch at any moment. If we see another chain miss from Fancy and Rafis manages to hold, we could even see an upset. Let us see. There we go, both miss. Distance is staying pretty much the same. They have identical accuracies, and here comes a couple misses.
Oh my god!
And there it is, that's the chain miss we were waiting for. Now the difference is less than 1k points. Oh my goodness, and it goes over to Rafis just like that.
His drops, but he still has the egg advantage on this.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. That one chain miss.
Oh, Fancy let drops.
Oh, and that almost seals it. Rafis needs to hold combo right now. Can he bring it back at the very last second? Less than 10,000 points difference. Building up. Oh my god!
Wait!
No way! Oh my god! 2,000 points! 2,000 points different up until the very last second, the very last pattern. Wow! Now that's the cinema right there. It just goes to show. You gotta be careful with those chain misses. This ain't laser, everybody. My goodness. 1-1.
Yeah, that ending was intense. Yeah, that's why you don't say who is winning before the match is over, because yeah, 2k points difference, one chain miss, and it can go to either side.
It very much did in this case. My goodness, it was less than 10k difference, so just a couple misses here and there, the chain miss. I mean, it just leads to a very close match, which we like, of course. So that was good. Very nice, you guys. Let's see now. How will Rafis respond? Is it time to dust the good old DT1, DT3? Is he bringing them for later? I feel like Fancy is probably gonna go for something like Hard Rock 2, given the precision advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
We shall see.
Oh yeah, we are getting the DT3.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah, on paper again, this should be a point for Rafis, but you never know until the map is over.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, it's not really as contestable, one would think, because it's just bursts, high BPM, not a lot of spacing happening. This is a very comfortable map for Rafis especially. I think Fancy is pretty okay at DT, all things considered, maybe not so much in the tapping sphere as, well, definitely Rafis, but again, at LAN anything can happen, so we shall see how it goes.
Off we go. Already no waiting to spare, no time to spare.
Yep. Rest in peace, Spare. Alright, there we go. We're starting off with DT, the TikTok slider, starting off strong. And you can see this is basically what the map is, right? Just a bunch of bursts here and there. They're not ultra spaced or anything. So it all depends on how comfy you are on those. And as we can see from the accuracy, you can tell who is more comfortable on this.
Fancy Lad is not enjoying this map, tapping wise. I mean, he's still FCing.
Yeah, it's a double FC so far, but with a solid almost 20% AC difference so far. Definitely using that new generation rapid trigger to his advantage. Respect.
I mean, if Rafis misses, it can still turn into a combo game.
Yeah, but I mean, the accuracy is so significant on this one. There's already 164,000 points difference, despite both of them having an FC, so Rafis would have to miss like right now. Oh no, the reverse curse. Oh, Fancy, I'm so sorry, man. There comes the miss from him, and that pretty much seals the deal. If the chances were very low earlier, now they're pretty much non-significant, non-existent, pretty much. Yeah. Rafis, will he close out the FC with 98%? It's looking like he very well could. Last couple bursts. Oh.
Hit the jumps. Last burst of the map and he gets it.
Old man still got it in the bag. Right there.
Yeah.
Well.
Uncontested on this double time 3. There was never a chance for Fancy Lads.
No chance on this one. C versus S? Nah. Alright, well, is it time now to see another very comfy map? Hard Rock 2 perhaps? We get that nice precision going. This apparently was Rafis' top score despite all the practice, so it goes to show that sometimes the LAN adrenaline can help out in the most unexpected ways.
Yeah, definitely. Noble 5 actually. Burning Star, which is a fairly recognizable map by almost the whole tournament community, I would say.
Yeah, everybody knows this song now. Of course, we all remember the legendary worst Hard Rock player full combo with Hard Rock. So that's going to be nice to see. This is not the same map set, everybody. It's a different one, but it definitely has its tricks up its sleeve, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
Very close match so far, I gotta say. Okay, that DT was definitely more on the dominant side of things, but it could go either way for many of those picks, which is always exciting to see. Let's see how this one goes, because it's a very specific skill set, I'd say, but it's not as specific and as impossible as the other one, so it's gonna be nice to see how both these players can handle that, really.
FC on this map in the previous match by Malishevsky.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Let's see if one of these players, maybe both of them, continue on that, and we will see another FC or not.
That will be kind of interesting. I believe for Fancy to FC will be an unbelievable score, considering his, well, he's been kind of inactive for quite some time. He showed up to this tournament as a spectator originally, just chilling, doing his thing, and as it turns out, he can still play, can still kick. He won matches, he lost matches. That's the beauty of Osu, you know? Once you have it, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, definitely. You don't forget it.
This is kind of a... There is a bit of a precision element to this. It's CS5. Very comfortable to read though at AR 9.6. We can see already a bit of a chain miss going. That flowing is gonna be essential on this, especially leading to the build-ups. Let's see. Okay, no early misses. Still an FC from Fancy on the very first break, but now the KI is arriving and this is where things are gonna get strange. Let's see. Starting off with some of these overlaps into sliders. Oh, here it comes!
Oh, the flowing.
As we thought, that flowing part is the one that's gonna really decide the match for many different patterns in the map. There has been a break from Fancy, who now chain misses on flowing once again. Rafis, kind of a nice recovery. They now share the same exact accuracy, but 40k given these premises, not a small amount.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, it's down to 20k now, and Rafis is still holding combo. The score is slowly going, and there's half of the map left, so as long as he holds, this might shift to Rafis' side.
But watch out for that flowing part. Can he hold combo to this? Okay. Now this is Rafis' chance to bring it back. Less than 10k difference. He's got the combo advantage, but the Kia is coming. Can Fancy pop off? Can Rafis pop off? Let's see. They both hit it. Okay. Now the advantage is to Rafis, about 20k difference, but whoever misses first pretty much loses the entire pick. Let's see. Oh, and that's going to be Fancy. Is there even enough time? Rafis misses, now it's finally been traded, but it's too much difference. Unless we see a massive drop down now. Can we see some chain misses? Rafis does miss.
Well, Fancy traded and trades it again, so...
Gets traded, but lots of misses happening at the moment. They both get to that little spaced stream. Difference is not increasing, but I believe that's going to be it. Rafis is gonna bring the pick home.
No combo was held on that ending almost. There was just so much happening, and that 30k remained the whole ending part, so... Yeah,
You can see, despite having 10 more misses, it's Rafis who gets the point thanks to the combo game and overall just ever so slightly better consistency during the other parts. Still very well done, very close as we've been able to see. As I said, once you do it, you still got it,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Fancy definitely got it in the bag.
Rafis, right after stealing this point, going into no mod 4, so we are sticking to the no mod pool for now, outside of that one DT3 pick by Rafis.
Still holding through, still holding that DT soul back. That's kind of nice.
Illegal Legacy on no mod 4, another map that is insanely difficult. Even though the SR might not seem that high, but yeah.
We all know star rating is fake, everybody, especially when it comes to tournament maps. They are so oddly specific. You can't really put them in just one box, and it definitely is on the lower side of things given the BPM and the type of sliders, patterns, etc, etc. I mean, these are not really currently weighted as we know. So this map is a very typical modern tech map, I'd say. You can already kind of tell from the background. You already know what you're gonna get, pretty much. This is a very, very odd pick, I gotta say, for Rafis. This is one I would expect to get picked by Fancy, but I think what he's going for is trying to get rid of all the safe picks. Kind of a reverse psychology approach. Instead of going for that expected DT, he's reserving it for last and seeing what he can cook on this.
Yeah, Fancy Lad dropping much less slider ends than Rafis, and Rafis actually breaking. Oh, never mind.
Well, that was a bit of a bench or troll face there, but will you look at that? The accuracy difference is massive at the moment. 98 by Fancy. You can tell he has been a tech god for a long time. Finally, there is a miss from Rafis, which I think is a legit miss this time.
Should be real.
Yeah, it should be. It really should.
Now Fancy Lad with a massive combo advantage, egg advantage, and overall score advantage is in the lead.
He is still FCing with 97%, which is nothing to underestimate considering we are at LAN. Let's see. Oh, he hits the slider stream too. He's just popping off right now.
Yeah.
Fancy. Showing us all how it's done.
Oh, Rafis is struggling. Fancy is not even dropping slider ends. Oh, there it goes, but such a great score already. Rafis, I don't think there's a chance for him to come back on this one. Even though there's a huge change from Fancy Lad.
Okay, there's been a massive drop from Fancy, but it doesn't seem like there's much Rafis can do at this point. He can't seem to be holding a combo, density is what it is, lots of sliders means not that many points at the end of the day. Very strange pick from Rafis, I gotta say. Maybe this reverse psychology didn't necessarily work all that well. And there it comes, another chain miss. No laser unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is on that regard. 400,000 points for Fancy Lad, that's a very good score. Despite the act drop, bringing him back to 93%, much closer to Rafis. He definitely held the accuracy for the longest amount of time and it was very, very high the whole time. So, very well played by him. He now gets another point.
Yeah, and that's a breakpoint raise.
Yeah. He gets to pick as well, which is certainly interesting. I would think he probably goes for something like Hard Rock 2 perhaps, if he wants to keep this momentum up and just, you know, try and get another point as soon as he can. Oh, and there it is. Instead he goes for Hidden. Okay, that's an interesting one.
Ooh, this map does have some sharp jumps, sharp angles in it. Will be interesting to see.
Very aimy. Very awkward angles, 230 BPM. Are we going to be seeing the battle of the century, single tap versus alternating? I definitely think Rafis will single tap this to keep a major amount of control, whereas Fancy is known for his finger control, so we could be seeing that right now.
Yeah, definitely. So this is not just a battle between Fancy Lad and Rafis, but between the alt players and the single tap players on jump maps.
Let's see.
At least.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's what we would expect. Oh wow. Bit of an early frenzy of misses going on there with Rafis, but that's to be expected when you start playing Hidden after playing no more than DT. Fancy comparatively is doing fantastic right now. Amazing accuracy. Map is just getting started though. This is the relatively easy part, so it's all about seeing how it goes during those KIs.
The map did not fully start yet, Rafis with some misses, but it should not matter unless Fancy Lad sees, and that is not going to happen.
See, what's so tricky about this map is KIs are obviously pretty messy, but even the jumps building up, leading up to that are very awkward. We've seen a lot of misses on those. Well. The accuracy difference is very, very significant right now. Fancy is probably gonna go up to 99 right now during this free combo part, whereas Rafis, while he nicely recovered, he had lost the AK in the very beginning, is still struggling a bit more, definitely. These angles are also kind of weird to play on tablet, honestly, so once again we can see how secure and nice Fancy's aim is on mouse right now. They both miss. Can't seem to get a combo going.
Ooh, Fancy Lad dropping again on the difficult part before the KI and at the start of the KI. Now it's time for Rafis to recover some combo or not. He breaks on the shot pattern, same for Fancy Lad, and yeah, so far this is definitely better for Fancy Lad as the combo is the same.
Yeah, difference is not that big. It's only 50,000 points, but unfortunately the level of comfort is definitely visible, especially in the act. That's what's scaring Fancy right now. Let's see, as we approach the solo, can we see a nice build-up? Is there a chance for Rafis to bring it back? Only 1/4 of the map left. Here comes the angles. Last guy.
Hit that part.
Here it comes. Time is running out. Fancy still holding a fantastic combo, and the miss is actually gonna come from Rafis instead, and that, my friends, that pretty much seals the deal. Fancy running away with this, increasing its accuracy the harder the map gets. Funnily enough, he's now gonna go. Oh, there we go. Now he can finally relax, lay off the steam. 400k points, 100k difference. Yet another point for Fancy. It's a free to free everybody.
Again, such a close map right to the end, and then Fancy Lad hit almost all of that KI, which was fairly insane, hitting those angles.
Very nice indeed. Will you look at the miscount there? 11 versus 26, more than double.
Yeah, definitely. Fancy Lad was definitely more comfortable on this map than Rafis. From what we've seen, And it's 3-3. We are back to even. And next picker will be Rafis.
That's a full reset, and Rafis, I don't think, can afford to experiment anymore. Is it time to bring home that easy DT1 just to get some steam? To get some momentum? Let's see. DT1 is not necessarily that speedy. I mean, it's more on the aiming side of things, which I don't really know. Is that in favor of Fancy, really? It could go either way, but we have another very interesting pick. Hard Rock 1. Not what I thought would get picked by Rafis, honestly.
Definitely not expected from Rafis either, but we get it. So let's see how that goes. Maybe he's just way too confident on it, but he is probably comfortable on it if he is picking it.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
It's either that or he's going for some insane technique right now, some psychological trick. So map is gonna get started now. This map is a peculiar one for sure.
Yeah.
There is some of that flowing into sliders, very low BPM. So that's why on paper, once again, it seems to be a fancy led type map, but we shall see how it goes, I suppose. There is a tiny bit of a speed element. I mean, these bursts are 1.6, just a touch faster. But it's especially the space doubles, I think, they're gonna pose a problem for those players.
So far, both players holding their combos. As we get to
go. First miss actually comes from Fancy, okay.
Did not expect that after he held the sliders of normal 5 so well. Yes. He's going to be the first one.
Yeah. Rafis still on that full combo. As it turns out, it was a good idea to pick this map. God damn. Look at that. Halfway through, still going strong. Bit of a better accuracy coming from Fancy actually, which is interesting because if Rafis messes up and he pulls off a good old God mode, we may be seeing the switch, but so far it's looking great for Rafis.
And the Ack is that one thing that could save Fancy, man.
Oh, they both hit the square and Fancy actually ends up missing, but Rafis channeling his inner Malishevsky is just going through this with no issues whatsoever. Oh no, and now I really said it. I really said it this time. Okay, my bad, my mistake, whatever. He got the point. We will not be seeing the FC, especially with how insane it gets towards the end, but very solid score. Huge drops from both, especially from Rafis. Chain misses, accuracy goes down the drain, but what a score! What a score!
Yeah, I mean, hitting that ending looks almost impossible to me.
Yeah, that's very hard. The diff spike is real on this one. But he manages to get 600k, which is actually very, very good.
Yeah, 600k on this is insane, I would say.
It's pretty
not an easy map.
Pretty crazy. So, oh yes, we were waiting for it and it finally came. Hard Rock 2. This map just screams Fancy from the low BPM, the patterns, the precision involved, CS 6.5, it's just wow. I mean, this is his map, so it's gonna be interesting to see. Is this gonna be a free point? Is this gonna be a clear advantage map? Or is Rafis gonna pull off what he just did on Hard Rock 1 and perhaps give us a bit of a surprise? We shall see.
Yeah, on paper it should be a fancy-led map, but again we are at the LAN tournament. This can go to anyone, really.
Yeah, it's the LAN adrenaline can produce some unexpected god modes. This is not really necessarily long, but 3 minutes is longer than many of the other picks, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they can handle their nerves going through this.
I mean, for a HR2 slot, it is probably on the longer side, actually.
I guess so. We can see both players not having the brightest accuracy at the moment. I mean, they just started, to be fair, so they're still holding the FC, 96 versus 95. Kind of going up for Fancy.
Yeah.
Ooh. And here comes the very first tricky pattern. That little slider in between the spaced pattern, the spaced stream, I guess you could say. It's such a slow BPM, 150. I don't know how to define it really. Flowy pattern all in all, but Fancy keeping his cool, keeping his combo, no issues through the very first KI. Another miss coming in from Rafis. Let's see. Oh, and Fancy just keeps combo through all of that, now going into this next build-up section. Funnily enough, even the build-ups are not easy at all. Look at those cut streams into sliders. Oh, and he catches one of those. But Rafis has some combo now. Could this be his chance?
I mean, he would need to hold for quite some time to recover. The egg is not that far apart though, so it is definitely possible halfway through the map. There is definitely still enough time. He just needs to hold.
Oh my god, now you said it, now you really said it, and that's a fatal miss to get halfway through the map, especially when you got Fancy bleeding down your neck. He does miss, but I mean, the egg difference is now around 2%, it's more than 100k difference. We need to see some chain misses coming from Fancy if we want Rafis to have a chance, otherwise it's gonna go over to him. Let's see. 1 quarter left. Combo advantage to Rafis. Is there enough density though? I don't know. Just about 100k difference right now.
I feel like Rafis needs to rely on Fancy-lad's chain misses if he wants to get this point back.
Here comes a miss, but nowhere near a chain miss really. So he's not gonna lose a messy amount of points. It is going over to Rafis relatively quickly actually, but can he really hold through? Oh, hold on a moment.
Oh.
No. Oh, that was the chance. That would have been insane.
That was the chance, but Rafis did not hold under the pressure, and
that little miss was enough to bring it home for Fancy. He can now get a nice sip. And wow. 4-4, what a match we're looking at right now.
yeah, we are definitely getting the last set of picks from both of these players, but there's not that much left in the pool.
Yeah, Rafis has been waiting, sitting on that DT1, and I believe now it's time to use it, because we don't know what's gonna happen. Are we gonna get to tiebreaker? Possibly. It's better to play it safe, I'd say. It's basically just DT1 and Nomad 1, so they must be played. And there it is, finally, the DT1. We're not going for that Nomad 1 gamble, that would be too much. It makes sense, it's a very sensible pick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, some people might say that it doesn't matter because both maps will be played, but the order surely matters because the momentum will move based off the winner of this DT1.
Yeah, and if Rafis wins the DT1, that does put some extra pressure on Fancy, because he basically has to fight his way to the tiebreaker as opposed to just, trying to win another pick.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Going to be an interesting one for sure. Again, on paper, there's a higher chance for Rafis, but this DT is pretty accessible. Bursts are not long, it's not really speedy, it's more on the aimy side of things. So Fancy could very well give us a little surprise out here. I gotta say though, this is AR 10.5, which is definitely on the higher side. So in this case, Rafis probably gonna be a bit more comfortable with that reading, which is really necessary for a map like this, but we shall see. Very good accuracy from both, 99 for Fancy, 98 for Rafis. They're basically the same. Ooh. Oh, okay. Early miss from Rafis actually. Very interesting indeed.
Early miss from Rafis. This map is definitely not that long, so it could cause some trouble, but Fancy Lad trading the miss.
As we jump into the KEL and miss from Fancy, trading what Rafis did previously. Not a huge difference between the two. Pretty much identical accuracy, so as long as they both keep holding, it's gonna be super duper close. That's the worst place to miss right before the free combo part. Fancy will take advantage of that and now get ever so slight advantage over him. The accuracy is now in favor of Rafis, so it's not a massive difference really. 10k is nothing on a DP, but that's rough. That's pretty rough place to miss.
That's not great at all.
Oh my god. Bit of a collapse from Rafis on that jump, missing pretty much the entirety of it. And this is a great chance for Fancy to get some distance out here. As long as he keeps hope, yet another miss from Rafis, he could very well just bring this home. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That. Fancy Lad. We have almost now 600 combo. Is in a great advantage right now.
Yeah, the map is pretty much over. There's only one KI left. Even a full collapse from Fancy, I don't think there's really enough time for Rafis. Very surprisingly, he does miss, but there's no more time. Rafis misses and that seals the deal.
Yeah, I mean, this looked like a Rafis map, but after all, he is getting beaten by more than 200k.
I mean, as I said earlier, this is very aimy, so it does make sense that Fancy will do very well on it, but I didn't think he was gonna do this well, honestly. Very well played by him. 600k, easy peasy. We go straight into the No Mod 1. Last map remaining, pretty much, so it has to be played. Very interesting, very interesting. I mean, obviously, as a commentator, and as somebody staying at KEL, I'm rooting for that TB. It's always nice to see a tiebreaker, and it will be great to see a tiebreaker to end this map pool stage off, as after this we will be switching to the other map pool, but let's see. Let's see how it goes. Will we see a tiebreaker, or is Fancy gonna beat out Rafis, the OG, the GOAT, the legend? Let's see, everybody. Map is starting, and this is the longest map of the pool outside of TB, I'm pretty sure. So you gotta stay very focused. Keep the players on their toes. 4 minutes. Concentrate.
Yeah, until those 4 minutes are done, we still don't know the result of the match. And maybe we won't know the result after those 4 minutes either, so... Oh...
If I recall correctly, this is a Melon Boy map, isn't it? So it's definitely very intense when it comes to those jumps, but the shapes are nice. Definitely quite playable for both of them. As we can see right now.
Rafis broke earlier, but the map is 4 minutes, so that should not matter right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, that break though. It is getting some score down from Rafis, but Fancy will trades it.
Yeah, there is a big advantage for Fancy right now, but Rafis is able to more or less keep his combo in check, which is nice. They are both at the same point basically, so it really depends how they manage to handle what's coming next. Will they be able to really build anything significant, or are they gonna stay close to one another for the entire pick? Ooh, and here it comes. Miss from Rafis. That's a pretty bad place to miss, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and there it goes.
Traded, so it's still not over, and it never was, actually.
20k difference between the two. This is the closest one so far, I gotta say. I want to see a TB. Rafis, it's time to lock in, old man. Oh no, why? Fancy. Hey, your mouse is slipping. Your hands are wet. You are bleeding manually right now. Your nose is itching. Oh, come on, man. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. He remains after all of those things.
He remains stoic. Getting that combo. His keeps increasing, 99% now. He's doing fantastic, honestly. Halfway through the map, they're still pretty close, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's only less than 50k points, which I suppose on a map that's this long, it's kind of significant, but again, we're still halfway through, so as long as Rafis is able to hold, maybe we can hope for a big ol' miss from Fancy to get this TB going. Let's see.
And so far, both players holding. Rafis has a hold of the tiebreaker still. He just needs that miss from Fancy Lad.
Yeah, they are both holding combo. Fantastic, look at that. 500 versus 600 combo. We are almost near the very last quarter, so time is starting to run out. If we want to hope for a tiebreaker, we need to see some misses coming soon from Fancy, and Rafis needs to go off and just hit the rest of this map. 60k? Oh no! Oh, curva, man!
Fancy Lad comes down, but it might be too late as Rafis.
Wow! What a shame, they both missed, they both trade, which means that the advantage is gonna keep, you know, it's gonna stay there for Fancy pretty much. And
yeah,
I believe our dreams for a TB are now crushed, but what a performance from Fancy. This entire tournament, and especially in this match, he pulled off some unbelievable scores, 99%, 99.10 as we approach the end of this map. Good deck from Rafis as well. This is a very comfy map for both of those players, but at the end of the day, Fancy Lad is showing that he still got it. He still got it in the bag. He's super comfortable, super confident, gonna go into the ending of this map by hitting most of these jumps, only going for one miss as opposed to multiple for Rafis, I gotta say. Very well played by him. Rafis is out of KEL3, everybody.
yeah. Fancy Lad eliminating another Polish player out of the tournament, and he will continue to the semifinals now, or is it finals actually?
The power of freedom, the power of the USA was overwhelming even for the Polish GOAT. GG, well played for both of them. Absolutely great match, super close. Not quite as close as to get us a TB, unfortunately, but hey, we can do with what we have. So, very well played Fancy, very well played Rafis. I'm very excited because in about 30 minutes, I believe, there's going to be the next set of matches. Yeah, look at this.
Ooh.
In the finals, coming soon, we got Malishevsky versus Milosh. Malishevsky, we knew he was a very good player. We knew he's basically, well, with no exaggeration, quite literally the best tournament player in the world right now, not even Europe, so it's to be expected that he would perform very well in finals. It's gonna be cool to see how it goes against Milosh, given that the map pool's difficulty has increased significantly from the previous one. We do have Nahus versus Fancy Lad. Interesting, very, very interesting match. And Ninerik versus Raf, who ended up winning against Mahmoud at the match that was happening at the same time as this on the Flapjack channel. So I believe in 25 minutes we're gonna be seeing definitely finals, Malishevsky Milosh. Waiting on confirmation, but it should very well be the case. And I believe at the same time on the other channel, Flapjack, we will be seeing one of those two matches from the finals. I'm not too sure really. Maybe those two in the losers bracket will be played at the same time, and we will reserve the spots to finals and grand finals. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time anyway, so I recommend you guys stay on this channel, stay glued to the screen. Okay, all of these matches are gonna be happening at 15:30 local time, which is in 25 minutes indeed. We're gonna be seeing the two losers bracket matches and one of the winners. And then there's going to be the losers one at 4:30. So you got 25 minutes ahead of you. Take a toilet break, maybe get some snacks, get some popcorn, because we're about to witness the cinema, everybody.
Yeah, every single one of these matches will be great, and yeah, definitely don't go away.
Yeah,
because
you don't want to miss out of those matches, I tell you what.
Definitely not.
We will be back very soon. Thank you, everybody. I will see you all in 25 minutes for KEL3. Bye.